Google, Facebook, Instagram, Yahoo, or any other website or any other software that you can use by a standard browser is considered under normal web. The internet we are using daily and know about it is known as the normal web or surface web. The surface web is the most accessible web on the internet. Anyone can access it anytime or anywhere with their Android phone or tab or iPhone. Now, everyone has an internet and everyone uses the surface web, but the surface web is only 4 to 5% of the total internet. Only 4 to 5%. And we know how deep is the internet. Internet is spread all over the globe. So the question is the remaining internet 95% that we don't know what's there inside it? So come to the point. The internet we are using in our daily life or have used, have knowledge about, and are easily accessible, is the surface web. Google, Yahoo, Facebook, websites, YouTube, whatever we use in our daily life over the internet is come under the surface web. Over the surface web only we have trillions of websites that we don't know about or can't count as well. And we know only limited websites. We can divide the internet into 3 parts. We have just talked about the first part, which is the surface web. Now comes the second part, which is far bigger than the surface web, which is the deep web. The deep web is the internet that we can't access by our normal browser. For example, you can't access the deep web through your normal Google Chrome. For that, you need another browser. Going over the deep web is a little more difficult than the surface web. And when you go over the deep web, you become anonymous, that is, your identity will be hidden. Most of the time. However, people know about the surface web and deep web and know the difference between deep web and surface web. They know only that illegal activity is normal over the deep web. But this is not the complete truth. I will cover this illegal activity later on in the video. Over the deep web, most things are hidden because the deep web has security. The privacy which is lost day by day on the surface web is maintained over the deep web. Over the deep web, any person can do any work as their identity will be hidden and the person will be anonymous. The deep web is the place where you can do any work, can share any info, as you will be anonymous to others. What if I tell you that most of you have accessed the deep web? Will you believe my words? Do you believe it or not? That is the truth. Everyone has accessed the deep web in our life. All the websites where we have a login and password security has connected to the deep web. For example, if you log into Facebook, where you have seen during login the password is hidden and all the passwords and usernames are stored in one place, and where all the data is stored is known as the deep web. All the login and password credentials are stored over the deep web, so that no one can hack the data easily. As I told you, deep web has extra safety and security. That's why these data are stored over the deep web. Most people think that only illegal activities are done over the deep web. Most of the time there are websites and other sources over the deep web. But illegal activities are also done over the deep web. To access the deep web we need another browser, and the browser name is Onion Router or Onion Browser, or we can say it Tor. Its name is written as Onion Browser because just like the onion has many layers, the same process is used for the deep web. When we access the deep web, our identity has been secured in many layers, and your identity becomes anonymous because of time-to-time changing IP address. That's why most criminals come over the deep web and do illegal activities. For example, selling weapons, selling drugs, or even selling human organs. Over the deep web, you can find hackers that can hack any bank account or can give you any credit card details just for 100 rupees. You can find many powerful hackers over the deep web. You can find all the intelligent or elite criminals of the world over the deep web. Or one more thing that is available over the deep web and that is very fucked up is you can hire a hitman or an assassin. Or they can do anything for you just for some money. You can assassinate any person just by giving some money. These high-level activities are done every time over the deep web. Or one more thing, whatever website or sources you see over the deep web, they do transactions only in bitcoins. Because Bitcoin is untraceable. These types of service providers are most of the time scammers as well. Over the deep web, out of a large number of websites, only some of them are legit. As I told you about the surface web, which is only 4 to 5% of the internet, and the deep web, which is the remaining 95% of the internet. In the same way, at the bottom of the deep web, around 4 to 5% of the deep web, the darkest area of the internet is called the dark web. If you are thinking by knowing the deep web that this level of the internet is there in front of us and any illegal activity can be done over the deep web and you are fucked up, then think what can be done over the dark web, the darkest part of the internet. In this video, I have told you about the surface web and deep web. In the other video, I will tell you about the deep web, the darkest web of the internet.